We're in the library today looking for unemployed people. Unemployed people are people that are looking for jobs and don't currently have one, such as Nick Allen. Nick Allen does not have a job, but he's looking for one. So he could do things like pull up job sites like Indeed and help find jobs in the area and give them employment.
Gas is an inelastic good, meaning that there is no alternative, and we need to buy it. My car wastes a lot of gas, but I need it to get to places like school, work, and bringing my sister to school. Therefore, the high gas prices don't matter. I'm buying it no matter what, but miles per gallon, right? Instead of spending money on gas, you could take public transportation like the school bus, which is free.
I'm here with Ryan J, and he decided to get a second lunch today. So the trade-off of that is that he has less money to spend on other things. So he could have brought lunch from home, and then he would have more money in his pocket, but he decided to get a second lunch.
All right, so for the next part, we're going to be talking about the three types of businesses. Above me is a sole proprietorship, which means it's owned by one person and one person only. They have control over everything, the hours, and all the business decisions. And unfortunately, that comes with unlimited liability as well. Okay, so next up we have a partnership. A partnership is a business that is owned by two people. In this case, we have Kimberly Farms here, which is owned by Shannon Kimberly and her brother. They split the cost 50-50 and the profits or revenue 50-50. Now, they still have unlimited liability, but there are some more benefits such as the flexibility and the different traits and skills that are brought to the table for the business. Also, they get taxed less money since they're a partnership. Next up, we have a corporation. Corporations are also known as franchises. So they're things like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Chipotle, and they can be found anywhere in the world. A benefit of a corporation is that they have limited liability and they get the blueprint, which means when they buy the franchise or when they buy the McDonald's, they get a blueprint, which basically tells them how to operate their business and be successful at it. Some advice I would have for this is if you're looking to support a small business, you're going to want to look for the sole proprietorships or the partnerships that are going to be like the smaller shops in your hometown, such as Midway Deli or Kimberly Farms.
An example of an elastic good would be coffee from Starbucks, for example. It's more of a luxury item that we can choose to buy, but it's not really a need. So when the price goes up and down, we can choose if we want to spend that extra money and have less money in our pocket, or save it up for something else more necessary. So some advice I would have if you want to still get your caffeine in for the day would be to just make a cup of coffee at home, and then you could still get that drink in while not having to spend an absurd amount of money at Starbucks.
A item that is scarce right now are eggs. There is a low supply due to the bird flu. Stores have jacked up the prices. Some advice I would give is get some chickens so the eggs would basically be free.
Housing costs. When it comes to buying a house, prices vary depending on if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. I'm here with real estate agent Joey LaCalva. Joe, what's some advice you give to people when it comes to buying a house in today's economy?
Well, in today's economy, especially in these past couple of years, the interest rates have been very high. That happens, when Fed raises rates, and that really affects the housing market, because when you go and you apply for a mortgage, it's going to add so much more to your monthly payment for your mortgage. So that's going to take, if you're looking to buy a house in the $250,000 range, right? And with the economy being the way that it is and the interest rates being the way that it is, over these last few years, if you were looking at a $250,000 house, now you might be looking at a $200,000 house. That might be your limit just because of that much more money. Another thing it has to do with is credit. That plays a huge part. First-time home buyers, they need good credit. If you don't have good credit, you're gonna have a very high interest rate, which really affects how much money you can spend per month on a house. Let's say, for example, if you're looking for a 2-bedroom rental in the town of New Milford, right now that's gonna cost you around $2,200 to $2,500 a month, depending on what area of the town you're trying to be located in. However, if you have a, let's say, 600 credit score, there's going to be a lot of landlords that will not let you rent that property because of how low your credit score is, and let's say the reason it's low is because you can't make payments and your payment history is bad. Immediately, right away, they're going to be like, nope, I don't want you to rent my my unit. So that plays a huge part. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thanks, Joe.
You got it.
All right, I'm here at Chipotle, and an example of cost is the cost for everything that they sell, such as their bowls and their rice, their chicken, whatever it may be. That is the cost, and the revenue is how much they need to sell before they earn a profit and they start making money.